Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse getting started right on the dot, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We got a lot to cover as usual. We're trying to get through the charts as quickly as possible. We're going to cover Bitcoin, altcoins, stocks, hit up the indices, probably take a quick glance at the Magnificent Seven and some others as well. The dollar, the VIX that broke out, stuff like that, US 10-year yield. So stay tuned. If you want, feel free to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Hope everyone had a good weekend, and we're going to dive right into everything today. Bitcoin had its highest monthly candle close of all time. Bitcoin had its highest weekly candle close of all time. As you can see here on the monthly chart, the highest Bitcoin monthly candle close was right around 61,000-ish, right? 61,400, depending on what exchange you're looking at. And we just had a monthly candle close at 71,400-ish. So right around $10,000 higher than the previous monthly candle close of October 2021. And we've been continuing to point out since early February that the November 2020 monthly candle was starting to look very similar to February before it even flipped orange. You can see that it flipped orange. It was still green, but it was starting to feel very similar to November 2020. And then a follow-up with December 2020 with another similar looking candle over there. So it's not how the candle starts, but it's how it closes. So started with a wick down to 59,000 or somewhere in between, had a wick all the way up to 73,000, almost $74,000, and finished somewhere in between. And we could see something similar again. If you go back to January 2021, you can see that there's a wick to the downside, there's a huge wick to the upside, and it closed somewhere in between back there. So we'll see how it plays out. In the Discord, I've been posting every day, almost every day, about Bitcoin and my thoughts on it. Nothing has changed for like the last handful of days that we could still consider maybe the low is in on the correction, maybe not. But time-wise, it just seems like it's going to take a little bit longer for Bitcoin to go through its correction. So I'll probably do a follow-up video on Bitcoin by itself tonight. And I'm going to send up the newsletter as well. So we'll save some of that for that over there, just for time purposes and all that stuff. So don't forget, help me, help you, help me. And let's jump right into it. Tesla John, good morning. Welcome back, Tesla John. Good to see everyone. Good morning, everybody. Can you cover LTCN, please? Sure. Hey, brother, Matthew, thanks for all your posts over the weekend. You got it. The magic L-man or I-man. Let's go. 2 requests. We'll see if we have time for it, Matthew. We got a lot to get through. Maybe one for sure. So if you only had one to choose from, which one would it be? ICP or XRP? Longer term targets, not long for now. Plus other people probably have requests as well. So Ollie, welcome back. Good morning. All right, let's do it. So Bitcoin, like I said, it's ultra bullish on the higher time frames. If you drop down, it's high. It's ultra bullish on the weekly chart still as well. Getting pretty far extended away from the trending dots. So, again, it was up at these prices back in early March, 1 month ago. And so 1 month ago, you can see that the trending dots were all the way back down here at $56,000. So it's pretty much been kind of taking time off the clock, spiking up to about 73,800, spiking below just below $61,000, and letting the trending dots catch up, letting the moving averages catch up, kind of, letting everything kind of reset. So it's possible we continue to consolidate around these levels, continue to let the trending dots catch up, and then at some point see the price continue upwards, right? That is my main thought, because the higher time frames remain ultra bullish and bullish. So we'll see how it plays out. ICP, you got it. Sushi Crypto, please. Matthew, yep. Good morning. Dry powder ready for the next alts dip. Blocka Guaca. All right, awesome. Welcome back. Let's see. Bitcoin daily chart. right? So this is possible. This is the low. Again, it's possible it's the low, and it just continues to consolidate. Maybe it comes back down here, puts in another higher low, and then continues outward. And again, we have the halving coming up somewhere around April 18th. I don't know, depending on what website you look at, what estimate they have. It ranges from probably the 15th to the 25th. I don't know. So I just picked the 18th, somewhere in the middle. Doesn't really matter overall, but could see consolidate. It's possible it goes lower. It's possible. If I had to kind of make a range bound, this would be kind of like the range. That's the way I kind of look at it, but it's possible it comes all the way back down. I think it's less likely. I think it's more likely that it would come back down to like this area. But as of right now, this could be the low, and then we could just continue to consolidate. And I mapped out my exact thoughts over in Discord. So, you know, sometimes you got to pay to play. Sometimes you got to pay to play. Doc, my prediction 80,000 in March failed. 150 in June looks difficult. Let's see. Yeah, 74,000 in March, pretty good. You said, what was it? 50,000 in January. It was 49,000. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't get too caught up in the predictions on the exact dates because of this reason. It's good for ideas, but I don't get too emotional, positive or negative on it, because it could impact your trading and investing. That if it doesn't hit specific targets and stuff by certain times, then you might get discouraged. But not bad. Please, Dot or Phil. All right, we have a lot of requests, so we're just gonna keep going. We're already 7 minutes in, and I don't want this to be an hour and a half, right? If it is, it is, but we're trying not to. Let's keep going. Let's go right down the list. So on Ethereum, right? It's breaking down and has a pending sell signal. So we'll see. I circled over here that it had hit a key target area, two strong points coming together, and price hit that. There are lower targets to the downside. So we'll see if it hits those or not. Or again, if it's just kind of a pump up, right? On Ethereum, maybe it comes down like this, comes back up, comes back down, right? Kind of battles like this, and then comes out. So a longer time period for it to go through consolidation makes a lot of sense, right? So it is possible that the lows are in on a lot of these altcoins, Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc. Too early to call it, but as far as timing wise, and we talked about this, right? We talked about this on previous live streams. If you think it's a V-shaped recovery, it better keep V-shaping out, right? If it's a V-shaped recovery, it better keep V-shaping out. If it doesn't, then it's not a V-shaped recovery. And more typical, and what I've talked about is more typical. Yes, a V-shaped recovery was possible, but what happens more often is that it takes longer, like 30 to 60 days for an asset to go through its correction, because it just had a big move down, comes back up, takes some time to reset everything, and then breaks out after that. So it makes more sense that from March 12th that it wasn't going to just correct for 8 days and V-shaped recovery out. Was it a possibility? Yeah, it's a possibility. We drew it out as a possibility. But we said on the live streams that it's less likely. It's more likely that it takes a little bit more time to play out and kind of go through this consolidation period and break out over here like that. So we'll continue to watch it. We'll see how it plays out. Of course, it could always go lower. We have lower targets out there, but it could be something like that and break out after that. So we'll continue to watch it. That's Ethereum. It's going to be a lot of similar thoughts to the altcoins, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on each one. We'll just continue to look at over here. Lex Luthor, Filecoin, Keychart, Pepe, and Crow. Yeah, we're getting a lot of requests, so we'll probably just, if all the altcoins start looking similar to like Ethereum and Bitcoin, then we probably won't spend a lot of time on it. But we'll see. We'll see. Keep those comments coming. Keep smashing the like button. If you're smashing the like button, then and reposting this, we'll keep an eye on it. Right? We're gonna keep an eye on it. Hold on, let's do it. is if nobody is liking or reposting this, then I don't know why would I hit the request, right? Why would I hit the request? So let's see. Let me refresh that over here and come over here. Help me, help you, help me repost it. Throw in a comment, right? It doesn't have to be much. Look at that. It took 5 seconds to do that. So if you're helping me, I will definitely cover all of the requests today. But you got to be smashing those like buttons. We got, we get hundreds, if not thousands, of views, right? So help me, help you, help me, help me get a lot of hundreds, if not thousands of likes. That would be very helpful, and I would spend all the time on here going through all your requests, right? So it's give and take, right? It's give and take. Daryl, good morning. Jaden, hey, could you take a look at apt Latin America? Philippe. All right, so here we go. Ethereum. There's a pending sell signal. We'll see if it puts in another higher low, comes out, kind of goes through this consolidation pattern. So probably going to see a lot of that, right? We'll see about Solana. Still no pending sell signal whatsoever. Remember, kind of zooming out here on Solana, it hit 5 targets. Bitcoin hit 5 targets and got above it. Hit 4 out of the 4 targets. Then it came up. We added a 5th target, hit that target. Still ultra bullish, but consolidating sideways, kind of letting the trending dots catch up. You can see the trending dot was all the way back down here at 105. Now it's getting up to 132. So kind of letting the trending dots catch up over here on Solana. Still ultra bullish, consolidating sideways for the last month. Just underneath longer term target 5. If it breaks out to the upside, could be rocket fuel over there. Chainlink had that reverse candle on the weekly chart. Let's drop down the daily chart. Has another pending sell. So I believe it had bearish divergence. Yeah, had bearish divergence. And then is this going to put in a lower high, right? So bearish divergence, possible lower high over here. Could come back in for a little bit lower. But again, that could be it on the actual price correction, because it dipped down pretty far, right? 28.85% over a span of like, what was that? The 11th through the 20th. So about 9 days. Pump back up, come back down, hit a key target. Very similar to Ethereum, right? Come back up, come back down. However it plays out, comes back up, comes back down, kind of consolidates, right? The traders get chopped up, right? They get chopped up in the chop. Get chopped up in the chop. Yep. Right? Breaking out to the upside, breaking down the downside, breaking up to the upside, downside, upside. This is over exaggeration. And then they get chopped up like that, right? Yeah, you could probably make some money here, 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 and then less, right? As time goes on. And then they keep playing the leverage games and then eventually make a mistake, right? So we'll see. That's too much. There we go. So don't get chopped up, right? Yeah, if you're on lower time frames, you can take that, and then eventually it's going to be less and less, and then it's going to make a bigger move, possibly to the upside after that. So Chainlink, let's see, near, a lot of similar thoughts, right? A lot of similar thoughts. Never had a sell signal. So are these going to be lower highs, right? Or is this going to start putting in higher lows as well? So again, similar thoughts, not much else to report. Could it go lower? Absolutely. Definitely could go lower, but could be getting to this kind of like consolidation chop area, right? So that's what we're continuing to watch over here on these altcoins, Bitcoin, everything. So we'll see. Again, dot, it's possible this is the low. It's possible this was that high and it comes into this range bound, right? Comes back down, consolidates, and then takes off to the upside. So that's what we're going to continue to see on all these. Very similar, right? Come back up, come back down for a retracement, 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 until it can't retrace anymore and then takes off to the upside. Phil, I mean, we can do this all day, but just because some of the requests is we're knocking out a lot of these requests real quickly without even trying, right? Down, boom, 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 and then flatline, and go. So that's usually when people lose hope to the upside and downside, right? As it's losing hope over here, consolidates over it, over it, over it, over it, over it, boom, gone. I don't know if it'll take that long. This is just, for exaggeration purposes over here. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, it's for educational purposes only. And obviously, we hope to find some entertainment along the way with help in your comment section. All go never hit the fourth target. Got very close over here, right? Got very close, never hit it. We never checked off that box. Some of these altcoins could go lower. It is possible that some of them do break down, hit the fourth target, and then start going through that plan like that. Could even go lower. It's always a possibility. It's never, a guarantee how it's going to play out, right? So we'll just continue to watch it and then wait for that next possible buy the dip scenario, however it plays out, right? Maybe even have to adjust the trend lines a couple times, who knows, and then redraw it to make something else that makes more sense with a higher probability breakout like that. So we'll continue to watch it. Mana, pending sell signal, similar thoughts, right? Cardano, similar thoughts. Rari, can't really even put a lot of technical analysis on. It just pumps and dumps, right? Matic could be coming back down. Target 4 over here. We don't know yet. Possible. Could even go lower. We'll see. Atom, similar thoughts. SHIB, Doge made a new high. So Doge was a little bit different, right? Doge came down, spike up, came down, right? And then V-shaped out. So is it going to come back down, put in a higher low, and then continue upward? That is possible. Let's take a look at it. We do have bearish divergence on Doge, something to pay attention to. There is bearish divergence. So it doesn't mean it's going to crash, but be aware that, maybe it comes back down to like this area over here and puts in a higher low somewhere like that, and then continues upward from there. So a lot of people, there's a lot of posts, talking about, buying Doge with pizza yesterday, multiple people posting that. And so, that's great. But looking at the charts over here, is that going to be a local top? We don't know. There is bearish divergence. People probably bought yesterday based off of, seeing those posts, right? It's kind of cool that, it's not just a meme coin, that there's actually people using Doge to buy pizza. I thought it was kind of cool. I reposted it on one of the accounts. So if you look at over here, maybe it clears out some divergence, maybe not. We'll see if it does or not, and then go from there. But that's Doge. Let's see. MicroStrategy down 6% today. We've been talking about this. We've been covering it. MicroStrategy went basically parabolic. MicroStrategy put in bearish divergence. MicroStrategy hasn't put in a lower high yet. MicroStrategy is breaking down a little bit right now, but we talked about it and covered it. It's been putting in bearish divergence. The indicator's not picking it up, but if I change the inputs, it probably will. Put in additional bearish divergence. We even covered this on the live stream from Friday when we were 18 minutes into the live stream and realized that the stock market was closed. Woo, yeah, there we go. So you got to laugh at yourself every once in a while, not take yourself too seriously. We're not robots over here. So, but yeah, bearish divergence on MicroStrategy. If it puts in a lower high, could come in for a deeper correction, right? Could also clear out bearish divergence down here. Remember, we posted this on the monthly chart. Here, let's go out like this. The monthly chart. People bought here on this wick, right? They're FOMOing in and bought here. Then I posted people bought here above $1,800, right? Above $1,900. Price hit $2,000. I wasn't saying that was the top wick. Could it be? It's possible. It's possible it's the top wick. Too early to call it. It's still ultra bullish on the monthly chart, right? But it's possible that was the top wick. But that wasn't the point. The point of the post was that it's better to buy down here, like on the monthly buy signals breaking out, getting above the trending dots, getting above the 200-week moving average, and then taking profits here. Don't be the people who bought here, right? I saw it. Expert, quote unquote, expert analysts, quote unquote, expert traders, quote unquote, expert investors. Could they get away with it? Sure, they could get away with it. It's buy the dip season, right? Or it will be. if, uh, but don't buy there. Buy down here, which is low, and then start selling up here, right? Then just start selling up there. That was the point of the post, right? I just want you guys to build, guys and gals, to change the way you think. Yes, everyone is hyped up on MicroStrategy and everyone is hyped up on. Yes, it could go higher. Yes, it could go to the moon. Yes, it could go to $3,000. Yes, $2,500. It's all possibility. Yes, you could probably get away with it. But but don't, in my personal opinion, it's a better strategy to buy low and sell into the FOMO, right? Sell high, right? Wherever that high is, wherever you think that is. So we will see how it plays out. But my point of the post was people bought here this week. People bought here. Could they get away with it? Yes. Could it be this wick here? Yes. Could it be this wick here? Yes. But what if it's not? What if it's this wick, right? So that's guessing, right? So we don't know yet. Better strategy if you're buying down here. If you're buying down here at 400 something dollars, even on the monthly chart, I don't buy based off the monthly chart. It's too slow moving for me. But say you bought the weekly chart back here, 360. It's just a better strategy in my opinion. Buying down here on the weekly chart and then selling up here, right? So that's my personal thoughts. People are buying up here. Ooh, I don't know. It might work out for them, but it might not, right? So bearish divergence, you're buying into bearish divergence, you're buying into overbought territories, all that stuff. So we ranted on Friday, and maybe they'll get away with it, maybe not. We'll see. But that's not the point. The point is better strategy to buy here, buy low, sell into the FOMO, right? That's my own personal opinion. Take it for what it's worth. We'll go from there. NASDAQ futures. We're going to circle back. We got some Bitcoin miners we want to take a look at. Again, NASDAQ has had bearish divergence going back to $17,000, right? $17,000. The higher time frames remain bullish. The higher time frames remain ultra bullish. The higher time frames remain bullish and ultra bullish, right? So we have higher possible ANF targets at $20,000. Here, let's clone this over here. I have to remap it out, but $20,000, and then I think it was 24. I'll leave it there for now. ANF, this would be ANF target 2. So still ultra bullish on the weekly and the monthly chart. Doesn't mean we couldn't see a retracement first. Take longer for it to play out, a retracement, and then go up and hit that, right? We talked about this. So there is bearish divergence. There's no lower high yet. A higher probability of a reversal for at least a correction to clear out some of the bearish divergence. A lower high is a higher probability. So we still don't have that. Looking here on the RSI, even the RSI indicator is picking up bearish divergence all the way from what was that? From December 19th. So if you're not a bullish and bearish divergence wizard, that's okay. The RSI 2.0 helps with that. Helps pull it out, not pull it out, call it out for you, right? So of course we have training videos. If you're getting the Sharpshooter RSI 2.0, we have over an hour video talking about RSI and divergences and stuff like that. So you would learn how to do it without the indicator, but the indicator is nice because it also points it out for you and confirms what you're seeing, right? So bearish divergence, no lower high yet. We'll continue to watch it. We'll see if it's going to start to roll over or not. Too early to say. Higher time frames are still bullish, so it could be an early retracement in the month and still possibly finish higher, right? SP 500, similar thoughts, bearish divergence, no lower high as of yet. Dow Jones, bearish divergence. You can see the higher, the longer ANF target one up here has not been hit yet. You do have bearish divergence. You do have another reverse candle, and this could be a sneaky lower high over here on the Dow Jones. We'll continue to monitor it over here. If so, if price starts breaking down from this more parabolic trend line, right, starts breaking back down below the trailing dots, it's possible we come back all the way down to $38,000, clear the bearish divergence. It's possible. Then maybe takes a run at ANF target one over here. Too early to call it. Still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Not even ultra bullish on the monthly chart yet, but it is pretty far extended away from the trending dots. You do have this gap down here at 36,000 as well. So we'll see how it plays out. But the daily chart, you got longer term potential targets to the upside. You got gaps down here. It seems to be somewhere in the middle. We're going to watch it, see how it plays out. Daily chart, right? Could be lining up for a retracement for the first time. We haven't even seen a major retracement since this pivot low down here, 32,500. It's been basically up only since then. So to say it's overdue for a correction is an understatement. To say that it could continue to be overdue is an accurate statement. So we'll see. It can be overbought or overextended for much longer period of time than most people would think, right? So that's Dow Jones, Russell 2000. Let's see. U.S. 10-year yield has another pending buy signal. Still hasn't hit target 3. Could be another possible higher low over here. Too early to say, but it is back above the trailing dots, right? Another pending buy signal. You get a candle close above here, right? Just seems like it wants to hit that target 3. We got an arrow up here. We don't know if it's going to break through all this resistance or not. If it breaks through this resistance, flips it into support, then possible hit this longer term target up here. That was never hit over here. Whoo, not good for the mortgage industry, right? Would say higher target. Gotta take a break. Would have to say that longer term could see higher mortgage rates, and that wouldn't be good for mortgages, right? So we'll see. 4.3% as of right now. DXY, right? Got the dollar breaking out over here, weekly chart, circled over here. Also hit a key target area at 107, right? Also hit a key target area. There's another target up here about 108, and then we'll see from there. The daily chart is bullish. The weekly chart is bullish. The monthly chart is bullish, right? So all 3 time frames are bullish. It's breaking out to the upside, and we've seen it where, a lot of people calling for the dollar to crash. We just watch the charts. We stay neutral, and whether it breaks to the upside or the downside, it doesn't matter to us. We'll play it to the upside. We'll play it to the downside. But in this case, it's breaking out to the upside, and we stay neutral for a reason, so we don't get caught up in our own narratives, and we continue to watch it with a neutral lens over here. And that way we can continue to sniper the markets to the best of our ability and not be caught off guard one way or the other, right? So the dollar is breaking out to the upside. VIX, no buy signal on the weekly chart. There is a pending buy signal on the daily chart. We've been talking about the VIX and covering it for a very long time. It's been going through this bottoming phase, continues to go through this bottoming phase. Meanwhile, it's hit 3 of the 4 targets to the upside. It's possible if we're going to see a NASDAQ correction, we would be seeing the VIX also spiking. So if the NASDAQ, so just keep an eye on the VIX as well, right? If we're going to see the NASDAQ clear out bearish divergence and it goes through a correction, then we're going to see the VIX spiking as well. And you could see, spiking all the way up possibly back up into these targets, possibly hit target 4. We'll see if it comes back to the 200-week moving average or not. Possibly not, right? It's possible, as it spikes up very quickly, right? It could spike up very quickly, come all the way back down, right? So it doesn't mean it's going to be a long-term bear market crash, right? Just could be a spike, clear, come all the way back down. And then so the NASDAQ, if the VIX was doing something like that, it could come back like this, come down, clear it, and then go back up and hit those higher targets, right? Come back up and hit those targets. So the VIX would look something similar, but the opposite, right? So it'd spike up, let NASDAQ clear out the bearish divergence, come all the way back down, and then who knows what happens after that, right? So we'll see how it plays out. Woo-wee. What else? What else? We got more to cover. Degens will be legendary. 30 watching and 20 likes. Smash the like. Yeah, but when we're Rick's Moneymakers Hilton, you got to also keep in mind we're also live streaming to the Twitter X app. So there's 903 people watching on the Twitter X app, not just on concurrent 30 watching on YouTube. So we could have way more likes on Twitter, yet nobody's liking the live stream. Nobody's reposting it. So if everyone can help me, help you, help me, then that would be great. And I'd be happy to stay on here as long as possible and get through everyone's requests. We haven't even got through all my charts that I want to take a look at, but we would stay on here as long as possible. If we had 900 likes on the Twitter X app, I would stay on here and go through everyone's chart requests. That's what I would do. So help me, help you, help me. Degens for life. Okay. Ernesto, what do you think about memes? Just that. Just that. Gold. Still ultra bullish on the daily chart. Silver could have put in a higher low, bullish on the daily chart. Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, I made this. I was drawing this out the other day on BTC dominance. God, I always do that. Hold on. Maybe I'll talk about it more on the Bitcoin, but video that I'm going to do, but it'll just get so long. So maybe it's basically been consolidating above 50% since June 2023. It's possible we go up and hit another target at 56%. I'm not sure we're going to hit the fourth target at 60%, but there is a target at 56%, and it's bullish on the weekly chart. It's bullish on the monthly chart still, but it's been consolidating sideways. And now it's bullish on the daily chart, right? So we'll see if it hits 56% or not. It has not yet. And then I'd be surprised if it hits 60%, but it is possible. So maybe it hits 56% and then starts a correction after that, and then maybe see the altcoins pump after that. So we don't know yet, but we'll see. But I had not much else to really report from there, but I was drawing out this box that just seemed like it was kind of going through this consolidation phase from 50 to about 55%, more like 54%, right? And then multiple wicks to the upside. So if it breaks out of there, maybe it'll come up and hit 56% from there. So we'll just kind of leave it at that. Let's flip over to the Magnificent 7 real quick. NVIDIA, still ultra bullish, but kind of letting the trending dots catch up. There was bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence. And that last RSI sell signal had that reverse candle with engulfing bearish candle as well. Didn't put in a lower high, put in an additional bearish divergence, but it is currently below the trending dots to note, right? And you can see that the trending dots are starting to level out. So if you're permanently bullish on NVIDIA, you want to see the trending dots get regained and not flip red soon, right? Otherwise, you can see possible lower targets get hit to the downside. So you can kind of see if you map out like the trending dots, if it starts to go like this and they start becoming red, right? You can kind of see like how the trajectory of the dots are, right? And if it's doing that, then you're probably seeing NVIDIA come down like this, right? And then possibly come down and hit target 2. So you would want these, if the training dots are going to level out, you want to regain the training dots and go back up there if you're a perma bull on NVIDIA. If not, it could be where it starts putting in lower highs. Could take some time to kind of play out and roll over. You can see that the training dots don't just roll over typically, where the training dots come straight down, right? Usually it's a rollover and you see price spike up and spike down while the trending dots are curling over, right? Or rolling over. So that's NVIDIA. Meta, similar thoughts, right? Trending dots. Oh, hold on. Just to see the trending dots real quick on Meta, you can see that you had bearish divergence, reverse candle, no lower high as of yet, but you can see the trending dots start to flatten out, and now you've got two red trending dots in a row. So we'll see if it continues to slowly roll over and if it's going to come back down and get a retracement on Meta over there. This is the opposite on, this is like the second scenario of NVIDIA where, maybe there's divergence, comes back down, and then regains those trending dots. That's what you really want to see and stay in that uptrend, right? If you want to see it stay in that uptrend, you want to see it regain those trending dots and not look like Meta where it starts to roll back over and start to flip red. So that was two great examples of what I was talking about on NVIDIA. Similar thoughts on Microsoft. Tesla, is it putting in a higher low? This is what we were talking about. There was bullish divergence. The bullish divergence could be cleared already. Let's get back on the cursor. Let's take a look at it over here. Trending dots starting to flip green over here. So you'd want it to find support and then start its breakout over here. I don't know why that trend line's on there, but I got a lot of trend lines over here. Those are longer term trend lines. This is a more shorter term trend line over here. So this is what you're kind of watching on Tesla, is the low end, possibly, right? But possibly not. There could be additional bullish divergence, meaning lower prices. There's still a gap at 146. If you're a Tesla perma bull, you want to find support and break out to the upside. Not confirmed yet. Apple starting to break back down. Could it come down and hit longer term target 3? Possible. Still below the trending dots on the weekly chart. Still well below the trending dots on the weekly chart, right? Still bearish on the weekly chart as well. So Apple continues to trend downward. And if you were to just take a quick look at it, I posted a Bitcoin chart like this. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I always forget. Let's see. Hi, there we go. If you only look at the trending dots, right? Which direction is it going? Could it reverse back around? Of course it could, but usually takes a little bit of time for it to do that. So overall, the trend on the weekly chart for Apple is trending downward. And we looked at that back at like Bitcoin, and I posted a chart on it way back. Let's see, just for fun. Posted it way back here in February that the trending dots were flipping back around, right? So flipping back around, and many people would have done a lot better if they would just follow the trending dots instead of trying to short it all the way to $12,000 this entire way up, right? So anyways, that's what we're looking at. Is it more like this, right? Or is it more like this? So let's see. We'll keep an eye on it. But Magnificent 7, Apple trending downward on the weekly chart with the trending dots. And if it starts trending back below here, right, then these targets could for sure be on the table for Apple. So we'll continue to watch it on the weekly chart and the daily chart with the trending dots and everything else. So let's put the candles back on and keep going. Google, breaking out, right? Google, ultra bullish on the daily chart. Never hit this target over here. Breaking out to the upside. Just took out the all-time highs over there. Weekly chart is bullish. Daily chart is ultra bullish. Monthly chart is bullish over there, right? So don't fight the trend. Still bullish longer term. We will see. Trending dots, you can see, is full-on uptrend over there. Trending dots flipped back a few weeks ago as well and flipped back over there. So, woo, Magnificent 7. Ooh, we are running out of steam. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button. Help me keep going. Help me keep that energy by smashing the like button over there. Let's take a look real quick. Update. Update real quick. We have 18 likes over here, right? 18 likes. Come on. Come on. Help me. Help you. Help me. Let's keep going so I can smash your requests and you can smash the like button over here. Let's get it. We have over 1,000 views on the Twitter X app and we have 18 likes. That's not being very helpful. That's not being very helpful over there. Let's flip over to HUT on the daily chart, right? Let's look at HUT daily chart. Hit 3 of the 4 shorter term targets so far. Is it letting the trending dots kind of catch up? We had this arrow down here, right? Break out of this downward trend line. Hit 3 of the 4 targets, like I said. Hive had a buy signal on Thursday. Talked about it. Covered it. Even on Friday when the market was closed, we covered it again. No need to cover it again. MIGI, still no buy signal over here. Could this be a double bottom? Possibly. Could this be a higher low? Possibly. It wicked down to about 125 today. We'll find support and then break out to the upside. Too early to say. Bitfarm, was this the low over here? 205, possibly. Trying to get back above the trending dots. No buy signal yet. CLSK broke down, pumped all the way up here, was breaking out from 1786, put in a higher high. Was additional bearish divergence, though. Additional bearish divergence on CLSK, right? So, was that it? Is there going to be a bigger correction? Possibly. There is bearish divergence. There is a gap down here that never got filled. A lot of the Bitcoin mining stocks filled the gap, right? A lot of the Bitcoin mining stocks filled the gap. CLSK never filled the gap. There is bearish divergence. If CLSK puts in a lower high, it has not yet. It's possible it comes all the way back down and fills the gap. We will see. We'll continue to watch it over here, right? We're talking about how it's breaking out to the upside. It could just put in another higher low and then continue upward over there. Remember, higher time frames are still bullish until they're not, right? Got a pending reverse candle. There was pending reverse candle. It's just kind of choppy over there. So just be aware that there are higher targets, but also there's bearish divergence. So just keep an eye on it. Marathon Digital, is this a higher low? We'll find out. Trending dots are starting to curl back around. If it finds support and then continues upward, that'd be a strong sign. We are covering it over here. Was it finding support at the 200-week moving average? Triple wick bottom over here. Pumped up. Possible higher low. See if it comes over here like that. Riot. See if it puts in a higher low. Too early to say if it will or not. No buy signal as of yet. We're going to make it. See if it puts in a higher low. Talking about the breakout over here. Pointed it out over at 15. Wolf, similar thoughts. Iris Energy, similar thoughts. Low, possible higher low. Broke out today. Will it have a buy signal today? Will it take off to the upside over there? Possible. Cypher Mining broke out way back here at $3.36. Got very close to hitting longer term target 2, I think. I think that's longer term target 2. Yep. Longer term target 2 got very close, got very extended away. A retracement is healthy. Kind of let the trending dots catch up. See if it finds support and breaks up to the upside. What else? What else? Veritone remains ultra bullish over there on this AI stock. Woo! Disney still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. PayPal down today, but still bullish on the weekly chart. Oh man, we gotta get through some requests still. We gotta get through some requests. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's look at some of the other yields. Still bullish on the weekly chart, on the 2-year, the 30-year. Rates seem to be going up. LTCN, someone requested. I think it was Tesla John. All right, let's get through some of the requests. And if anything else jumps out at us, then we'll take a look at that as well. There's plenty of other charts that probably catch our eye. But sushi, someone requested that one. So we'll get through some of these other ones. But for now, let's circle back. Tesla John, good morning. LTCN, here we go. Weekly chart remains ultra bullish on the weekly chart, right? It's a brand new week. It's a brand new week. and it pumped all the way up to $47. Went as low as $40. Getting very wicky over here, getting pretty far extended away. Kind of zoom out here though. It's possible it hits some longer term targets. Maybe it doesn't, right? But it is possible that you do hit some retracement targets. With the eyeball test, it hasn't even hit longer term target one, maybe. If I map it out, maybe it has already, but the weekly chart remains ultra bullish. If we look at the monthly chart, there was a buy signal. The monthly chart is also bullish over there on the monthly chart, right? So, overall, it's getting retracement from these all-time highs of $511. Look on the daily chart, ultra bullish on the daily, ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Doesn't mean it couldn't come back in for a retracement at some point, right? It's getting pretty high up there on the daily chart. So it's at 88. It could remain overbought. It could remain overbought on the daily. It could remain overbought on the weekly chart. Don't forget to take profits along the way. Hopefully that helps. Can't really add too much value over there. Woo, Matthew, you got it. ICP. Okay, Matthew, you got it. ICP. ICP. So after this kind of a breakout here, then there's a reverse candle on the daily chart. Is that going to be a lower high and they come in for a correction? It's possible, but it's still bullish on the daily chart. It's still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. This was the eyeball test of possibly target one, possibly target two, but the weekly chart is putting in some, it's way too early to call it, but it is possible that the weekly chart puts in bearish divergence, right? Let's see. It's just in a strong uptrend as of right now, so it's too early to say. This may not be bearish divergence. It could continue higher, but the weekly chart is still ultra bullish. The monthly chart, since it hasn't been around very long on this exchange, it's not even been around long enough for a monthly chart to even kind of like tell us anything. Oh, that's the monthly chart. Let's look at the 2-week chart real quick. 2-week chart is also ultra bullish. So it's probably, if you're looking for a longer term play, Matthew, if you're already in it to win it, again, none of this is financial advice. It's starting to be ultra bullish on the 2-week chart. So it is trending upward. Doesn't mean there could be corrections along the way, but the weekly chart is ultra bullish. The 2-week chart is flipped ultra bullish. So it's in an uptrend. And you can even see that the MACD is trending upward as well over there on the 2-week chart and above the zero line. So a lot of things to be positive about on ICP. But again, lower time frames doesn't mean it won't retrace over there. ICP, you got it. Sushi Crypto, all you got it. Let's get into it. Sushi. Oh, Sushi IO? No. Where is it? Where is Sushi? It's gotta be around here somewhere. All right, let me type it in again. What happened? Why does it do that? Why does it do that? All right, try it one more time. I'm just not seeing it. There it is. All right, there we go. 2-week chart, still bullish. Weekly chart, still currently bullish. Trending dots, still trending upward, right? Still in an uptrend. This we're talking about, possible double bottom over here, right? Double bottom, the bottom. Back over there. Already drew this out for you. Or somebody, right? Possible higher low. It was. Broke out. Still in an uptrend of the weekly chart. Doesn't mean there couldn't be a retracement shorter term. Ooh, I'm running out of water. I'm going to be running out of steam here in the near future. Haven't even flipped the hat on backwards in a long time. If we get over an hour trying to get through these requests, the hat will get flipped backwards. Similar thoughts on the daily chart, right? So when the higher time frames are bullish, yes, it could go through a sideways consolidation. Yes, there could be a little bit deeper correction on the daily chart. Yes, 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 we could see all that. But the higher time frames remain bullish and the overall trend is up. So we'll continue to watch it. But as of right now, it's currently, it may find support at the trending dots, maybe not. Could always go lower, but the overall trend, as you can see from the higher low, came all the way up and could just take some time before maybe it comes back down even lower. But the overall trend is up over there on sushi. You got it. You got it. Please dot fill. Yep, covered it. Yep, covered it. Covered it on Filecoin. Not much else to report on it. Pepe and Crow. Can't add too much value on Pepe. Let's see, Pepe, just because as a meme coin, there's not a lot of chart history on it. Let's see, Pepe, Le Pepe. Ooh. What's that meme? It's always like, or that GIF. It's always like, ooh, that soccer coach, I think it is. You got bearish divergence on Pepe. You have an RSI sell signal on the daily chart on Pepe. You've got a MACD bearish crossover back here on what was it? Middle of March, right? And it continues to trend downward. And so you could probably see a bigger correction possibly on Pepe. So from here, right, if you're looking at it in the eyeball tests, if you had like, I don't know, target 1 hit, probably like target 2 hit, probably like target 3, maybe even target 4, right? So is this bearish divergence? Let's take a look at it. Bearish divergence, right? Going all the way here. So this is all bearish divergence, not getting picked up on the indicator. But if I change the inputs on it, right, probably would pick up on it. And then is this the lower high? Is that the higher probability that we're going to see a bigger correction, right? So is this bearish divergence over here? Yes. Is this a possible lower high over here? Possibly. If it takes out this pivot point over here, is that a confirmed lower high? Yes. In my opinion, yes, right? So it's possible. And if so, would it come all the way back down here, right? So that was a huge, massive pump from that buy signal all the way to that wick was 890%, right? 890%, 891% from the buy signal up there. Then you have bearish divergence. Then you see a possible lower high confirmed. Then you could possibly see a bigger retracement. And maybe that was it. Maybe that was it for Pepe. It's too early to say. Let's take a look at the higher time frames as well, which are slower moving. What if that was the all-time high back here in May 2023, followed by a new all-time high over there, right? Followed by a huge retracement down. Too early to say. It is possible this is also bearish divergence over here. Possible bearish divergence on the weekly candle, right? Something to pay attention to. That might have been the high over there. We don't know yet. It's too early to say. But if you're playing it based off of the daily chart, when would have then been a good time to take profits, right? If you played this as an example, if you played this buy signal from here to there and you took 890%, and then you start to see bearish divergence, and then comes all the way back down, pumps back up to probably a key retracement area over here. This is probably a key retracement area over here as well, right? So with that key retracement area, is this going to be a lower high? And if so, will it come back down, right? When would have been a good time for you to take profit, assuming you bought way back here, right, at the buy signal? When would be a good time to take profit? When would now be a good time to take profit if you bought back there? If you bought back up here and you didn't sell, right, are you going to be one of the ones that lose money, right? That's the nature of the beast. Unfortunately, from that wick down to this wick was 46% correction to current price, 28%. If it comes down here to the third target, this is an eyeball test, 51, comes back down here, 67%. There's probably other areas too you could look at. So it's a meme coin. at the end of the day, it's a meme coin. At the end of the day, where you exit liquidity, maybe, maybe not. Could it go higher? Possibly, right? So you just gotta have your strategy built out. Hopefully that helps over there, Philippe Zapata. My accent, my accent. Good morning. You take a look at APT. How are we doing on likes? Are we getting more likes? Come on, come on. You're on the Twitter X app, Jaden. Are we getting more likes over here? We're gonna keep circling back. We still only have. Hold on. Let me refresh. We have 23 likes now. Okay, we're getting better. We have 1,170 current viewers right now, and we only have 23 likes on this stream over here on the Twitter X app. Come on, help me, help you, help me over here. Let's keep getting likes. Let's encourage me to keep going through requests. We're at 56 minutes. If we get up to 50 likes on the Twitter X app, I might flip my hat on backwards and continue to go through requests and look at more charts. If not, I'm going to call it right at 1 hour. So we have 4 minutes to get 27 likes. You want me to keep going through requests? Awesome. I'll keep doing it. Give me 50 likes. I'll go through everybody's requests. I'll flip the hat on backwards and go from there. If not, we'll call it in 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes. You're on the clock. You're on the clock. All right, that was Pepe. APT. We're going to go slower on APT, and then we'll circle back. We may not even cover anybody else's requests unless we get 50 likes. Sorry, we got a lot more requests. We have a lot of requests. I'm not going to do any more requests after APT unless we have 50 likes. You got 3 minutes to get 27 more likes. We got 1,186 viewers right now. Come on. 27 likes. Are you kidding me? All right, let's keep going. 27 more. So APT over here, probably bearish divergence, Jaden. Probably bearish divergence, slight bearish divergence, right? No lower high yet. It's still bullish on the daily chart. And it's battling the trending dots. The trending dots could start to flatten out. If it starts closing back below and the trending dots start to get red and it starts closing back down, maybe you could start to see some bearish divergence get cleared. But overall, it's still bullish from this buy signal at 949. It was a huge move, though. So expect retracements along the way. Even from that buy signal to that wick, it's 104%. So don't be surprised if there is a retracement. There is bearish divergence. Let's look at the higher time frames, though. Higher time frames are ultra bullish, right? So in my personal opinion, I wouldn't be shorting APT when the weekly chart looks like this, right? In my personal opinion, I wouldn't be shorting APT when the 2-week chart looks like this. In my personal opinion, I wouldn't be shorting APT when the monthly chart looks like this. Could there be a shorter term retracement? Definitely, right? It's always a possibility that you get a retracement while the higher time frames are bullish. So even if it put in, hold on, let me redraw that. Even if it puts in a lower high, right? Puts in a lower high, maybe additional bearish divergence, puts in a lower high, comes down, right? Kind of lets the trending dots catch up, right? Goes through a consolidation period, comes back down, puts in a higher low, and then comes out like that, right? So even if it does all of that, the higher time frames could remain bullish, right? So that could be, the next possible buy the dip scenario. As of right now, it's still bullish on the daily. As of right now, the weekly chart, the 2-week chart, monthly chart are all bullish and ultra bullish. But if it were to come in to have a retracement area like that, and that would be par for the course, right? That'd be par for the course. That would be a 38% correction. Very, very healthy after a 104% move in a short period of time. Woo! With that, am I calling it? Am I calling it at an hour? All right, we're going to circle back. You've got less than a minute. It's going to hit 10 o'clock. We have 1,200 viewers. 1,200 viewers on the Twitter X app. You have 20 seconds to hit 50 likes. Otherwise, we're going to call it. If we have those 50 likes in the next 20 seconds, I will flip the hat on backwards and we will get through all the requests. There are so many requests on here. I will do my best to get through all of them that have already put it in. Here we go. 1 minute, moment of truth. 1,200 viewers. Are we going to flip the hat on backwards or not? Are there 50 likes? My guess is there's not, right? My guess is there's not. All right, 23 likes. We're going to hit the refresh button. Drum roll. Drum roll. 25 likes. Oh, we got halfway there. If we get 50 likes, I'll flip the hat on backwards on the next one, and we'll go for more than an hour if we have a lot of requests. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for all of your support. Even if we didn't hit 50 likes, thank you for the 10 reposts, because I reposted one of them. Thank you for the 10 reposts. Thank you for all of your support. I appreciate all of your comments. All the comments help as well. I'm not sure about the X app, but the comments on YouTube definitely help. So with that, thank you for all of your support. Thank you for smashing the like button on the YouTube. Not as much on the Twitter X app, but thanks for the ones who did. And with that, hope you have a good rest of your day. Hope you had a good weekend. We will see you on the next one tomorrow morning, bright and early, my time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we'll continue to sniper the markets together.